What up, dogs? And welcome to this summary of week 9 of the Highway to Value Town project. Let's do the numbers first and then some bad news later. This week was surprisingly similar to last week's numbers. I was able to complete 316 bets, the exact same amount of bets as last week. The total turnover, almost 35k Norwegian crowns, 2.5 times my starting bankroll. Last week, average bet size almost completely the same. Slight profit this week, 289 Norwegian crowns. I'm happy to be in profit, even though it's not much. Grew by 2% from the starting bankroll last week. Added actually a surprising amount of a closing edge, which brings me to a total of 7,592 and an ending bankroll of 14,295 crowns. So I guess, boring week. Not much to say about it. Really, the only thing that happened, or I guess I don't remember if I was notified of this last week or the week before, but if you are Norwegian, you live in Norway, and you're using Ecopayz for your deposits and withdrawals with the European bookies, you receive this email. And it basically says that they'll stop working. I mean, the last day you can deposit with using Ecopayz was actually yesterday. So starting from April 19th, we will no longer be able to make purchases or purchase transactions with Ecopayz merchants. And today is April 19th. Now, this is a biggie because I've been reliant on Ecopayz to move money around between the bookies, and I don't have that option anymore. So I will potentially have some trouble for the rest of this project. I know for the past few weeks, I've only been using 4 different bookies: Bet365, Betson, Mr. Green, and Coolbet. Now, my bankroll or balance at Bet365, Betson, and Coolbet is pretty decent, but on Mr. Green, close to zero. So probably, it's not probably, definitely, Mr. Green is going to be out for this week. And I'll have to rely on the other 3 bookies. Now that's actually not that big of a deal because on Mr. Green I was only able to place quite small bets anyway. So I don't think, that's a huge deal. But of course, this could happen to the other bookies as well, where I lose money, for example, on Coolbet, but win on the others, and I'll have to move money around and I can't. So worst case scenario, I'm going to, obviously end up broke anyway. That's a risk doing this project anyway. Or I end up with all the money at one single bookie. Now that's obviously risky as well. So yeah, so if you're watching this and you know of an alternative e-wallet, then please let me know, because I suspect this will be an issue or become an issue in not too long. And I know that, for those of you who live in Norway, I mean, now it's getting pretty hard depositing money on these bookies. So, and I believe the Norwegian betting market, it's huge. So there's a huge market if for whatever e-wallet gets in there and allows Norwegians to use them and deposit with them. You know, I think there's a big market for it, and probably also huge margins. Anyway, that's it for this week. I think, you know, it's been pretty flat for the past couple of weeks now. Still at approximately, 10K down on the bankroll. Hoping this was here, the double bottom was in fact the bottom of this project, but we'll have to see. Crossing my fingers. If you're betting this week, good luck, and I'll speak to you guys next week. Peace.